This is Indraprastha University question paper, code number 107 that we are discussing today. And it has got questions that are related to grammar. In the first question, the students are asked to identify the subject and predicate. So they must know that subject is the doer, but it is not important, like it is not necessary that the subject would be only one word. It can be a phrase, it can be a clause also. Here in the first part, the question is: the children playing in the park were excited about the upcoming festival. Whenever we have to select a subject, we must know that the particular person or thing about which we are talking, that constitutes the subject, and it is followed by a verb essentially. It can be a helping verb, it can be a main verb, but the first part, where we are talking about that particular thing about whose action we may talk, or whatever happened with it, that we may say. Here the children playing in the park is the subject, followed by the helping verb were, and then along with the helping verb were, the rest of the sentence is the predicate. In the second part, the artist known for his abstract paintings received an award yesterday. Here we are talking about the artist who is known for his abstract paintings. What happened? He received, that is the verb. So the artist known for his abstract painting is subject, and received an award yesterday is predicate. Predicate starts with the verb. Receiving is an action, therefore it is a verb. Third part says a gentle breeze blew through the trees. Here the gentle breeze is the subject, blew through the trees, that is the action that was performed by the gentle breeze. So from blew to trees is the predicate, and as I had told earlier also, that the predicate starts with the verb. Blew is a verb, to blow. The fourth part says the sun rises in the east. The sun is the subject. What is the work that it does? The verb is used for the action or the work that is done. Therefore, it rises in the east is predicate. The sun is subject. Fifth part says, please open the door. Here, we must understand that this type of sentence is imperative sentence, where the subject is hidden. Subject is there, but it is hidden. Why it is hidden? Because first person is talking to the second person, so the hidden subject you is not necessary. It is understood that the first person is talking to the second person. That is why you is the subject which is hidden. So here, open the door. Please open the door. This part is whole predicate, and the hidden subject is you. Question B is about substituting the whole sentence or clause or phrase for one word. So one word is required for this description. The first part is a room or a building equipped for gymnastics, games, and other physical exercises is called gymnasium. The collection of wild animals kept in captivity for exhibition is called zoo. The small shelter for a dog is kennel. A collection of weapons and military equipment is arsenal. And one who talks about his own achievements is egoist. Question number C uh, is where idioms are provided to you and you have to explain what it means. So the first part is to steal someone's thunder, which means to do something which would take away the praise from another. If somebody had to be praised for something, like somebody is wearing very nice clothes, and it is expected that everybody is going to compliment to that one person, the other one, as a surprise, wears something better than that person and takes away the praise. So she would take away the thunder from the previous person. This is to steal someone's thunder. For example, some cousin or some person has got a very good job and he's about to announce it, but the other person says something which is better than this first person's job. Like, I've got a movie to play and I'm playing the protagonist, something like that. And this would cause stealing of someone's thunder. So, that is what it means. Cost an arm and a leg is like something which is very expensive. A very hefty price has been paid for this particular thing. Like, this international trip has cost an arm and a leg to me. It was very expensive. To catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar is simple as it appears, that if one is sweet and if one is polite and loving and compassionate, one can make others do things in a better manner rather than being sharp and being rash and rude. So, you might have seen teachers also who are very loving and affectionate, and whatever they say, students do, whatever they want, whatever the teacher wants them to do, the students do it in love. And it is easier for such kind of a teacher to make the students write assignments or things like that. On the other hand, a teacher who is very rude or he punishes more and all that, that kind of teacher is unable to make the students do the work what he desires or she desires. So it is easy to make people do work with sweetness, politeness, and all that, rather than being rash, rude, and with punishment and all that. Once bitten, twice shy means that if a person has been betrayed once, if a person has uh, been hurt or he has failed once, then trying for another time is scary for that person. He is extra careful, he is extra fearful about doing it again. When pigs fly is an ironical expression where one tries to say that this is something is which has zero possibility. This cannot happen, this would never happen, there is very little chance of such kind of a thing happening. That kind of ironical expression, when it is said, this kind of idiom is used, that she would pay the debt when pigs fly. That means one does not expect her to pay the debt. Or he would get married when pigs fly. That means there is no likelihood of this person getting married because pigs don't fly, and there is no likelihood of pigs flying. Similarly, this action that we are talking about would also not take place very easily. In the next two parts of this question, you are asked to write antonyms and synonyms of the same words. So, here the first word is bleak. Bleak means weak. So, synonym for bleak is weak, and antonym is strong. Second word is glory. For glory, the synonym is fame. The antonym is shame. Third word is impulsive, which means reckless or compulsive. And the antonym for this would be cautious, careful, thoughtful. Next word is compassion. Compassion is some kind of love, some kind of affection, some kind of kindness, for which the antonym would be callous, 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 or cruel, or indifferent. Sorry, compassion, indifference. Next word is condemn. Condemn means to blame, to disapprove. For the antonym for this word would be approve or endorse or support. This is the second part of the question paper of IP University, coded as 107. And in this part, we are going to start discussing from uh, question number F, where one has to define homophones with four examples. So when you need to define also, you will have to write that homophones are those words in English language that are pronounced in the same manner. The pronunciation is same, but the spelling is different. Lot of such words are there in English language, like flower, flower, flower is there, and flour, flower is there. WRITE, right is there, and RIGHT, right is there. MEET, meat, MEAT, meat. PEACE, peace, PIECE, peace. HEAL, heal, HEEL, heal. ATE, 8, EIGHT, 8. DEAR, dear, DEER, dear. Then we have WAIST, waste, WASTE, waste. SOLE, soul, SOUL, soul. Lot of such words are there. The G part is you have to use the following conjunctions in the sentences that follow. The first part is he needs to find a job, for he is unemployed. For is used as because he's unemployed. So for would be here. Maria loves both ice cream and pizza because both the things are done by Maria, loved by Maria. She scored good marks, yet she is not satisfied. In spite of getting good marks, she is not satisfied. So we'll use yet. Which fruit do you like, mango or apple? When there is a choice, we use or. She dances well, but she hesitates to take part in the competition. Here, but would be used because both the parts are contrasting. First is she dances well, second is she hesitates. So they would be joined with the conjunction but. The H part is about determiners. Few, a few, and the few are determiners. These words are also called quantifiers because they tell about a certain quantity, although this quantity is not determined. This quantity is not definite. So here we have got three words, few and a few. Few is used, all the three words, they are about very less quantity. That is, the quantity is very less, few. But few, a few, and the few are used for countable nouns. Those things that can be counted, like few flowers or few coins, few actors, all these can be counted. But if we say pollution, few would not be used with pollution because pollution cannot be counted. Much would be used here. This is uncountable noun. If we say love, few love would not be used because love cannot be counted. Similarly, few sugar cannot be used because sugar cannot be counted, although cubes of sugar can be counted, or pieces of sugar, or grains of sugar can be counted, but sugar cannot be counted. Few minutes can be there, but time, with time we would not use few. So few is when the very small amount that we have, that is not enough, that is not enough for what we want to do. Like, I don't think anybody would help him because he has got few friends. That is equivalent to having no friends. Yeah? That way. Few is a negative expression, like not much, not enough, not uh, ample. That kind of sense comes from few. But a few is a positive terms, although the number is still very small. But a few means enough for the requirement. Like somebody would help him with money because he has got a few good friends. So positively, although the friends are still few, but somebody would help him. No? So a few good friends is positive. Very small number of friends are there, but then somebody would help him. Few good friends means not enough or equivalent to no good friends, so he wouldn't be helped that way. For example, if a person is in a train and he wants to get out of the train to buy something, the mother might say that don't get out of the train because few minutes are left to leave. Few means not enough, although certain minutes are there, very less minutes are there, but then not enough for the person to go out and buy an ice cream. So few minutes are left. But if we say okay, you can go and buy the ice cream from this shop or parlor or hawker, because a few minutes are still left for the train to leave. So a few is in positive sense. There is time. Few is not enough time. The few refers to not many. Like the few words that she spoke were quite rude. Although she spoke very few words, but out of those few words also, uh, like they were not very effective, they were not very good. So the few words, the few good people who are left, uh, even they do not help others, you know, that way. So the few means not many. The few parks or the few public parks that are left in the city, even they are not maintained. Although they are not many, very few are there, but then they are also not maintained. So a few is a positive uh, a quantifier, few is a negative quantifier. No, few means not enough or not sufficient for the use, a few is sufficient for the use, and the few is not many. In question number 2, there are certain prepositions that have been incorrectly used and we need to edit them. So here, yesterday I went to the beach, not on the beach, early in the morning. The sun was rising through the horizon is not correct. At the horizon would be correct. Casting a golden glow over the waves, here over is used in a right manner. As I walked amongst the sand is wrong. Amongst is uh, along with others. Here it should be on the sand.
This is the
I
third
noticed how
part of
cool
the IPU
it
University
felt
English
beneath
Honours
my
Paper
feet. It
107,
should be under my
and
feet below, because
we will be
beneath word,
discussing from
beneath
question number
preposition is
3,
used when
where
there is some
some
standard and
conjunctions are
something is
used
beneath that standard.
incorrectly and we
But
have
if
to
something is
edit them.
just under
So
something,
the
then
passage is like this:
under my
yesterday
feet
I
it should
decided
be.
to spend my
My friend
afternoon in the
arrived
park.
shortly and
The
we
weather was
decided to
pleasant,
sit beside the shade of a large
or I
umbrella
thought it
is wrong.
thought
Under
it
the
would be
shade
a
of the large
perfect day to
umbrella
relax.
would be
Here,
correct.
instead of or, it
The
should
next
be
paragraph says we
and.
talked
I thought it
upon
would be a
various
perfect day
topics. It
to
should be we
relax.
talked
I
about
packed
various
a picnic
topics while
basket
watching children
and I
build
headed to
sand
the park
castles.
would be
One
correct
boy
with
placed
my
a
book.
flag over the
When I
top of
arrived,
his
I chose a
castle.
spot
It should
under a
be
shady
on the
tree.
top of his castle
Therefore,
because
it
over
looked
is
peaceful and
used
quiet. Here, it
for
should be
movement
as it looked peaceful
above.
and quiet.
Over is for movement
I
above.
opened my book,
And his
yet I
family
started
cheered
reading
loudly on
and I
support.
started
Should
reading
be
the
in
first
support.
chapter. After a while,
Later,
some
we
children began
wandered
playing nearby,
against the shore.
yet their laughter
It shouldn't be
and
against
their
the shore,
laughter
it should
was
be
too
on the
loud to
shore.
concentrate.
And
I
splashed
wanted to move
onto
to
the
another
water, it should be
spot,
splashed
but
into
I
the
decided
water
to stay
or
and
splashed
enjoy
in
the
the water.
lively
Into is
atmosphere.
again a
The sun
preposition
started
of
setting.
movement
I
when
packed my
something enters
things.
from
Since
outside
I took a short
into
stroll
something, in something,
by the lake,
like
here
a
in place of
fly
since,
dropped into my
it should
soup,
be and
because
I
the
took a
movement
short
is from
stroll
outside to
by the
inside.
lake.
He
The
barged
ducks were
into my
swimming
room from
gracefully, but
outside to
I watched
inside. The
them
movement is
until
there, that is why
it was
into.
nearly
So
dark. Instead of
splashed
but,
should
it
be
should be
in water.
and. I
The
watched them
cold
until it was
waves
nearly dark. The park
crashed
was a lonely
gently
escape
to
from
our
my usual
legs.
routine
Here it
because I wished I
should
had
be
come
onto our
earlier.
legs, making
And
us
I
laugh.
wished I had come earlier. By the time I by the time I left, I felt refreshed or ready to take on the week ahead. Here, in place of or, it should be and. By the time I left, I felt refreshed and ready to take on the week ahead. In the next question, that is question number 4, you have to fill the blank with the part of the idiom that is suggested. So the A part is she was so happy after receiving the award that she was on cloud nine. Being on cloud nine is like being very happy, being very excited. I know you are upset, but crying over spilt milk won't help. Spilt milk, something that has already happened and cannot be averted. When the teacher announced the surprise quiz, it was a bolt from the blue. Bolt from the blue is something that comes unexpectedly, which is sudden and which was not envisaged earlier. In the next part, he promised to keep my secret, so I know my information is safe under lock and key. After weeks of hard work, we finally saw the light at the end of the tunnel. Light at the end of the tunnel is we got hopeful. There was some hope after the hard work. And lock and key is for secrecy, something which is safe. In the next part, question number 5, you have to write 10 idioms with their meanings. Idioms can be many, like uh, they both were not on talking terms, but when they were sitting beside each other, uh, one of them decided to break the ice. Break the ice is